Hello again, kings, queens, knights, and peasants, to another episode of the Ground Crazy Craft SMP. So, last time we had a goal to get the Sugarcane Farm running, but we never reached that. But now we should have our stuff done, and the shenanigans should be done, and hopefully I don't get sold again. So let's get going. Alright guys, so I'm finally ready to do that sugarcane farm I've been talking about. And to do it, we are going to take our first ever elytra flight. I have never done this before, so wish me luck. We'll start with Riptide. And go Kasplat. Okay, I'll get it eventually, I promise. There we go. Ah, that must be it. Here we go. So this should be Mae's creeper farm. Very well built. So first thing we need to do is get our supplies out of the chests. Let's see. Start with the patented sugarcane farm in a box. No crafting table here, so we gotta deal with that. So first thing we are gonna do is build ourselves a platform. Okay, so I was looking at it. My original design was not going to work, so I decided a new design, which the new design called for a better system, so I figured we might as well go big or go home here. So that was the original size of it. This is the new size. Now it is time we build a flying machine, which is a very simple mechanism. Just pretty much that. 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 Let's see. Bouncy, bouncy. Place that there. That there. Pop off these temporary blocks I was using. Uh-oh. I may have just lost my flying machine. So the flying machine is 2 sticky pistons, then 2 slime blocks, and then right next to it, facing the opposite way, 2 sticky pistons and 2 slime blocks. So that's easy enough, and then the observers would go on top, but I'm not going to do that again. Because, yeah, you know. Okay, now we need the launch station. So obsidian block there. Then an observer. I always get them down facing the wrong way. There. Okay, don't need obsidian for this part, just need solid blocks. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. And a couple of repeaters. Okay, before I go too much farther, I would like to note that I got this design off of a tutorial by B.O.B. Gaming, so I will leave a link in the description to give him the credit that he is due, because it is a nice, easy tutorial and makes a lot of sense. Okay, so the original tutorial was running everything from underneath the machine, but we can't do that because there'll be sugarcane down there, so we need to run it on top of the machine. Just make sure that the sticky blocks don't touch any of our blocks. That ain't gonna work either. Okay. Let me think here. Okay, never mind. So I already got my repeaters there. So we'll bring it back. Okay. I'll get it, I promise. I'm going to put that there, because I need to put down my piston so I can see what I'm doing. With that block of obsidian, this time it shouldn't be able to go anywhere. Okay, so those observers are basically the engine of the machine. And without the obsidian in the way, they would make it go whatever direction. Now then for the sticky pistons. let me think here. Need one sticky piston there. And one sticky piston there. Again, nothing can be... Make sure they are not on top of the slime blocks, otherwise the slime blocks will take them with it. Now, redstone there. Redstone there. I need one more sticky piston so that we can make an on-off switch. There we go. Now a lever. Okay, so we are now ready for the test flight. I put in a sitting block down there to stop it. Waiting for Mae. So if we flip this lever, and we failed. Okay, so after some troubleshooting, I just finally realized how stupid I was and what I did wrong. Problem is, this block here is carrying power and activating that piston down below when I don't want it to. What I gotta do, swap that out for a non-power block. That leaves the only one. I'm gonna swap this block out too, just in case. There we go. Assuming I didn't mess it up again. When I pull this lever, and hopefully it stops. So that worked perfect. Okay, so the next part is just copying that over here. Now we need the sweet ROM. Okay, so I should have brought scaffolding. There we go. So that will break the sugarcane as it grows up. Now time for Fact of the Night with Zaper Gallis. Sugarcane originated in New Guinea with records of it being consumed by chewing on the reed in 8000 BC. When the Persians invaded India in the 6th century BCE, they fell in love with the reed that gave honey without bees. Then in the 4th century BCE, it reached the Middle East. For a long time, it was a rare and expensive spice, considered a luxury for the elite. In the early 19th century, the English did a blockade on sugar from the West Indies, so Napoleon ordered the sugar beet, discovered by a German chemist to have sweetening aspect in 1757, to be grown on French soil. In 1811, the first economically viable sugar beet processing plant was built, and it allowed sugar to become widely consumed in the late part of the 19th century. Okay, so the next thing we need is water for the sugarcane. To do that, we are going to use the most efficient planting method possible, and using half slabs to hold the water. So if we put water there, we can put a sugarcane next to that. So which chest was it in? Okay, here we go. Now I made a temporary water source here. Now then if we go over, let's see, what was it? Over 1, up 2. Yeah, right here. Need a shovel. Slab there. Now we should be able to do that without messing up our rail lines. Yep. So now everything's going to be working smooth and easy. You notice I got more... What in the world's going on with our minecarts? Well, they don't seem to stop moving, but... I'm probably gonna have to fix that. Okay. But we'll worry about that in a bit. So anyways, now I gotta cover this whole thing with water blocks. So, wish me luck. Okay, I got it. I know that's still not right, but it works. But basically... So whenever one of these runs empty, it shuts off the other hopper so everything gets pushed into it. As soon as this is empty, that block gets pushed back, which shuts off this hopper, and it repeats itself. there we go. Okay, now... Alright, so now next time this clock switches over... That didn't work. Seems like Mae's got the field planted. Alright guys, so we are done with the sugarcane farm, and this is what it looks like. Which I think it looks really cool, definitely very useful. And not to mention having the ability to fly by it is really neat. Until I go splat and kill myself. So yeah, I'm really happy with where it came out. We did some tests on it. It actually produces almost the same amount of sugarcane as this produces gunpowder. So I'm probably not going to do the other half as a sugarcane farm. So I'm going to do some other kind of automated farm. So yeah, that's going to conclude this episode. I really like how the sugarcane farm came out. It is working great. So yeah. We are going to end this here. But before I go, I got a question. Do you know why bakers in Denmark use a lot of sugar? Because they don't want to be sweet-ish. Thank you all for watching and keep on rocking Knights of the Bedrock.